Hello everyone, it's Go to Great, and today we're going to do something on this channel that I've never really done before, which is a product review. The product in which that we're going to be looking at, or I'm going to be giving my impressions of, is the HP Touchpad. Now, if you aren't already aware, HP originally released these things on the 1st of July in a 32 gig and a 16 gig model. The 16 gig model originally was priced at $499. The 32 gig model was originally priced at $599. Well, since then, HP has announced that they are no longer going to be in the tablet PC market, shortly after which they announced the reduction in price of both of these models, and there was a stampede to get them. Fortunately enough, I was able to get one, even though I ordered 6. I never really saw the need for a tablet because I just saw them as basically large cell phones without the capability of making calls other than over VoIP. But for $100, I really couldn't see any reason to not pick this up. Yeah, the Apple iPad, the Android devices, never really saw a reason for them. Along with this touchpad here, I purchased a charging dock. And one of the nifty things, one of the things I really like about this charging dock is that it has that technology where the device requires no wires. As you can see, I picked it up. There are no wires on the device. The wires plugged into the charging dock, but the actual touchpad charges by just simply seating it into the dock. As you can see, charging battery. There was no need to plug any wires in. It just wirelessly charges. You can have it in cascade mode, or you can sit it upright. No matter what you do, it will charge. So now that we've kind of gone over that, let's go ahead and just kind of delve into the actual operating system a bit, which is the WebOS, which was originally introduced by Palm on the Palm Pre models. Again, a device that really it kind of failed, to be quite honest. So let's go ahead here and go right into the apps. We have email, web, YouTube, Facebook. It has picture and video. Everything works really well. This device actually has a 1.2 gigahertz Snapdragon processor. Forgive me because the amount of RAM that the device contains slips my mind at this point. I think it's 512, but I can't remember. I don't have any pictures of my own on the device, but these are pictures that were preloaded. It also has video capability. Beware that if you do get this, it does not support a lot of different video formats at this point, such as AVI, Windows Media Video. But you can always get a video converter and convert to your personal favorite as far as video is concerned. Getting rid of applications is as simple as the swipe of a finger. We can go right back in here. I don't have Facebook set up, so the Facebook integration will not work at this point, but we'll go ahead and get rid of that. From there, we can go take a look at some apps I've downloaded. There's the HP catalog, which is like the Android market, which is like the Apple App Store. Basically, it just has a bevy of different applications that you can choose from and download. There are, of course, your free applications, and then there are your paid applications. Now, you don't get as much of a robust selection because there aren't as many developers for the WebOS, but you do still get the more popular apps that are out there. As you saw before, I have Angry Birds, we have Asphalt 6, Adrenaline HD, which is a racing game. Those are some of the paid apps. Here are some of the free apps, zip code tools, things of that nature. New apps, as you can see, there are still some developers out there that are supporting the OS, and after these devices were marked down, it became a really popular device to develop for, also very cheap. We'll go ahead and slide that out, go right back into our downloads. Let's take a look at how one of the more popular applications that are out there works on this. This is the Angry Birds app. And I might want to note at this point in time that you'll notice that the device, I don't know how loud it's turned up here. We'll go ahead and turn that down a bit. This device actually has the Beats line of speakers in it. Of course, if you're aware with HP's Beats laptops, their Beats by Dre headphones, you'll know that the Beats line is pretty much a high quality speaker and headset line that they have. So this includes that volume, that includes that quality that you can expect from Beats. I guess the level is cleared. I didn't realize. I'm not the greatest Angry Birds player. As a matter of fact, I'm not a big Angry Birds player at all. But as you can see, the application runs pretty well on this device, as good as it would on any other device. You've got a nice big touch screen here. You've got an integrated forward-facing camera right there. This button here is pretty much like your home screen button. You bring it and it brings you right to the home screen. Getting rid of an app is just a simple slide of the finger. Here we have applications such as Skype, which is integrated with video. We have any type of chat you want to use, whether it be AOL, Yahoo, Gmail. Right now I have Gmail chat. If I were to go into that application, it'd show all my contacts, so I don't really want to go in there. Same goes with the email system. I have 2 Gmail accounts set up and it works flawlessly. From the top here is where you get all your notifications. As you can see, it shows me I have 2 new pieces of mail, one of which is from Priceline. The integration of the Wi-Fi works flawlessly as well. We'll go right back in here and take a look at some of the settings. We've got Bluetooth, VPN capabilities. Believe it or not, it still does get updates as far as the device is concerned. So that's actually something that some people may be worried about if getting this device. It is still at this current time being supported. So and for $100, can you really go wrong? I personally don't think so. Let's go ahead and just take a look at the web for a second, because that's what most people are going to get this for, web browsing and such. The Maps application actually works really well. The phone call and video calls works really well. Music works well. I don't want to play any music because all of it is copywritten and I don't want to get strikes for that, but we'll just jump right in. Hitting YouTube doesn't actually launch a YouTube application. What it launches is a gateway to YouTube via the touchpad. I don't know why they have it sitting there as if it's some sort of an application, but it works. Anyway, as you can see, it loaded up YouTube fairly quickly. It's still actually loading. You might want to also note that the touchpad reports to and from HP, so there is a lot of slowdown at times. I am going to install Prayware, which basically is like rooting the device, so to speak. But let's go ahead and just take a look here. I'll go to a website. Let's go to DSP. DSP is one of my favorite YouTubers, and we'll just quickly jump into a video of his just so that you can get an idea of how it works with videos on YouTube. Now, I personally, let's go ahead and instead of having it play from his channel, let's just go right to the video page. The volume is up. We'll go into full screen mode so that you get a better idea of how video works with this device. It will take a couple of seconds to load it. And I would advise to not play your videos at 720p. By default, when you go into full screen mode, it will try to play at 720p. You have to remember that this device is still using a mobile processor, so it's not going to play high definition videos flawlessly like a device that was built for HD. Right now it's paused because I hit the center of the screen. Hitting the center of the screen simply will unpause it. Let's go ahead and just turn the volume up a little bit here.
And this will be a unique episode because this is the first time that I'm actually going to be reviewing a mainstream sports simulation game. Now, I know know that a lot of people don't actually agree with what America calls this sport, simply because internationally there's a sport that also is called it, and that is football. So what we'll be talking
So as you can see, it plays YouTube videos pretty well. You just have to give it a couple of seconds to get itself going, and it'll start taking care of that. We'll just go ahead and jump into another one of my favorite sites here. Site that I like to read ever so often, Engadget. Now this site is intensive as far as pictures are concerned and such, so this will give you a good idea of how fast the device is capable of loading websites. It's not the fastest device on the market, but for 99 bucks, which is what I paid for this, you really can't go wrong. You also want to note that it does not give you mobile versions of the site, sort of like when you would go to Engadget on your cell phone or your iPod. It doesn't give you a mobile version. It gives you a full version of the site. This is not a scaled down version in any way. So it having some load time is expected, considering the fact that this is still running on a mobile processor. Full touch screen, Beats integration, forward-facing camera, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, the nice little wireless charging technology we have going there. The only thing that I can honestly say that I really am not a big fan of is the fact that it has this glossy finish, and it can be very prone to fingerprints. Outside of that, I personally would not have paid $4.99 for this device, but at $99 you really cannot go wrong. If you were to find one of these on the market at this point, good luck to you, because they are super hard to find right now. But if you do find one, if you happen to find one, I say go ahead and take full advantage of it right now. You really cannot go wrong with this device. Personally, I'm not a big tablet user, but on a scale from 1 to 10, if I were to give this device a score, I would say it clocks in at around a 7. 7 only because of the glossy finish, the fact that it's no longer going to be a supported device in that sense, so it's not future-proof. And I think that it could be a little faster with certain things, but I do understand that it is running on a mobile processor. So overall, it's a great device. At $99, you really can't go wrong.